Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family, because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling. What if a single flower could speak louder than words? Fans have been connecting dots for months. Matching outfits, whispered sightings, and now one pattern may have finally cracked the code. Could Lu Yuning and Song Zuer be secretly dating? Cherry blossom. Stay tuned, what we're about to reveal goes deeper than just a scarf. It's a trail of hidden emotions, clever cover-ups, and a love story hiding in plain sight. It began quietly, almost too quietly to notice. In the fast-moving world of celebrity news and fan speculation, the smallest detail can either be dismissed or spark a wildfire. And in this case, it was neither a public sighting nor an accidental selfie that stirred the pot. It was a scarf. A floral scarf worn by Lu Yuning, captured in a casual, seemingly ordinary street photo. He was dressed down, wearing dark sunglasses, looking like any other artist moving discreetly through the city. But around his neck was something unmistakable, an intricately patterned scarf, warm in tone, vintage in style, and unlike anything mass-produced. It carried white flowers, delicate orange accents, and a deep green leaf motif. To most, it would be nothing more than a stylish accessory. But to a handful of observant fans, it was the beginning of something much more revealing. Shortly after, another image surfaced. This time it wasn't of Lu Yuning. It was a quiet, blurred photo of actress Song Zuer, seated inside a vehicle, her expression serene and unaware of the attention she was about to receive. Behind her, the curtain inside the car was visible, slightly wrinkled, softly lit, and covered in the exact same floral pattern as Lu Yuning's scarf. The resemblance wasn't casual. It wasn't just similar, it was identical. From the flowers to the colors, from the texture to the scale, it matched perfectly. This was not something you'd find on the shelves of a department store, duplicated across hundreds of items. It looked personal, singular, shared. That's when fans started connecting the dots. It wasn't just about the scarf anymore. It was about space, about where these two stars might have been, and more importantly, if they had been there together. Could they have been in the same private vehicle? Could they be living in the same place or traveling together under the radar? Suddenly, this wasn't just a fashion observation, it was a narrative. A possible window into a private relationship so carefully hidden that only patterns, textures, and soft background items were left behind as evidence. The beauty of this moment is how small it was, how something so easily overlooked became the spark for a deeper, more emotional connection between fans and the stars they follow. It wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic. It was intimate in its silence, like a whisper caught on camera. Whether intentional or accidental, that floral motif, on a scarf on a curtain, suggested closeness. Not just physical closeness but emotional proximity. A kind of harmony that doesn't need to be shouted from the rooftops because it's already present in the details. And that's why people cared. Not because of scandal, but because in a world of scripted PR and polished public appearances, this moment felt real. Felt human. It reminded us that love, when genuine, doesn't need to announce itself. Sometimes it simply exists, in a quiet flower, a soft fabric, and the space between two people who haven't said a word. There is something uniquely fascinating about the way celebrity couples communicate. Not with words, but through subtle choices and unspoken gestures. In a world where everything they do is under public scrutiny, where every smile and glance is interpreted and replayed in slow motion, true privacy becomes an art form. And within that art lies a secret language, one that speaks through fashion, timing, and the smallest of visual details. Lu Yuning and Song Zuer, whether intentionally or not, may have become fluent in it. It's not uncommon for stars to avoid direct confirmation of their personal relationships. The stakes are high. Reactions can be unpredictable. Some fans celebrate, others feel betrayed. So instead of saying the words out loud, many choose a quieter route. They leave breadcrumbs, hints scattered in the background of their public lives, clues that feel coincidental on the surface, but become undeniably intentional when seen together. In the case of Lu Yuning and Song Zuer, fans have been tracing those breadcrumbs carefully, piece by piece. What makes their case different is how layered and consistent the signs have been. The matching floral motif was only the beginning. Before that, they had been spotted wearing identical accessories. A bracelet with wooden beads, simple yet distinctive, seen on both of their wrists in different settings. Then there were the matching red suitcases at the airport, casually wheeled behind them in separate appearances, but clearly part of a coordinated set. Even their clothing choices, from luxury brands like Ralph Lauren, began to echo each other. Not obvious couple looks, but carefully chosen items from the same collections, suggesting a shared aesthetic or a deeper connection behind the scenes. This language isn't loud. It doesn't demand attention, but for those who watch closely, it speaks volumes. It reflects a kind of care, a quiet intimacy, and perhaps most of all, a desire to share life without sharing everything. For Lu Yuning and Song Zuer, both successful, busy, and deeply admired in their fields, it may be their only way of protecting something precious from being torn apart by the spotlight. The fans who follow these patterns aren't simply obsessed. Many of them understand the emotional nuance behind it. They read these signals not as proof of deception, but as quiet admissions of truth. There's something incredibly human about choosing to love softly in a world that demands spectacle. Choosing to express devotion in the way a curtain falls behind you or a bracelet wraps around your wrist. Perhaps that is the new language of celebrity romance. Not staged declarations or photo ops, but shared symbols hidden in plain sight. For those who believe in love's quiet power, Lu Yuning and Song Zuer might just be telling their story exactly the way they want to. Not through headlines but through harmony, through detail, through moments that don't need explanation, only recognition. And for those who are watching closely, the message has never been clearer. Love doesn't always need a stage. Sometimes it only needs someone who knows how to look. As the days passed and speculation continued to grow, a quiet shift occurred. Not in the headlines but in the spaces between them. Fans, already alert to the subtleties surrounding Lu Yuning and Song Zuer, began to look closer. And what they found weren't grand declarations or bold confessions. They found moments, carefully captured, sometimes blurry, often unintentional, that quietly added weight to the story forming in their hearts. These weren't just recycled theories or repeated patterns. These were new pieces of a puzzle many didn't realize existed until now. One moment came from an unexpected place. A live stream. Lu Yuning, relaxed and seemingly unaware, sat in front of a bookshelf. At first glance, there was nothing remarkable. But as some viewers pointed out, tucked behind him was a small photo frame, facing inward, barely visible. A reflection caught on camera, though distorted, resembled a candid image of a woman. When fans enhanced the frame digitally, many believed the profile matched Song Zuer. It was not a confirmed detail, of course. It was speculative. But what made it feel real was the emotional reaction it stirred. An instinctive feeling that something personal, something private, had quietly slipped into view. Then came the travel coincidence. Within a 24-hour window, Lu Yuning was spotted arriving at Paris Fashion Week, while Song Zuer, uncharacteristically absent from public schedules, posted a photo from what seemed like a European interior. The decor, though not immediately identifiable, featured a lamp design known from a boutique hotel chain in Paris. Was it a stretch? Possibly. But the dates aligned, the aesthetic aligned, and once again, the sense of closeness deepened. Not through confirmation but through intuition. Another moment emerged from something as simple as a mirror selfie. Song Zuer, standing in a softly lit room, held her phone close. Fans noticed her phone case. It was plain, except for a small sticker of a cartoon whale. Months earlier, Lu Yuning had shared an image of a keyring he kept on his bag. It too featured a cartoon whale, smiling in the same style. Alone it meant nothing. But among all the other moments, it added a layer of sweetness, almost childlike in its innocence. It didn't scream romance, it whispered connection. These clues, though scattered and fragile, weave together a picture that feels more honest than any official statement ever could. They remind us that not all love stories are designed to be public, and not all proof is found in the obvious. Sometimes the most powerful evidence lives in silence, in the items we choose to carry, the places we travel to, and the spaces we quietly share. For many fans, this gentle unfolding of hints doesn't require validation. It's enough to feel the emotion that rises when two lives begin to reflect one another. Not loudly, not for show, but in the everyday details they leave behind. Perhaps this is what makes the story of Lu Yuning and Song Zuer so captivating. Not its mystery, but its authenticity. Because in a world constantly reaching for noise, these quiet clues feel like truth. Empathetic and emotional tone. So why does this matter so much to people? It's not just about romance. It's about feeling close to stars we admire. It's the thrill of discovery, the joy of seeing love bloom, even in secret. And maybe deep down it's about hope. Hope that even under pressure, fame, and flashing cameras, two people can still find something real. Whether it's true or not, fans around the world have turned these little details into a story of soft love and quiet connection. And honestly, isn't that beautiful? Thoughtful and dramatic tone. A scarf. Curtain. Two objects that may carry an entire untold story between them. Lu Yuning and Song Zuer haven't said a word. But maybe they don't need to. Maybe love doesn't always shout. Maybe it just leaves hints for those willing to see. Warm, inviting tone. What do you think? Coincidence? Or quiet confirmation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your theory. And if you love uncovering secrets behind the spotlight, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and join us here at Update X24H, where we dive into the untold stories of your favorite stars. Thanks for watching. See you in the next deep dive.